Self-talk is, it really is a philosophy because it's built. It's something that's built, and it's something that's learned, and it's a learned behavior.
Yes, the mind, self-talk, is it's constantly chattering. It's always talking. The thoughts are always there. And some of the thoughts are positive, some of the thoughts are negative. And the idea, of course, is to try to bring in the most positive thoughts and weed out the most negative thoughts.
Well, negative self-talk is something we do constantly. I mean, we're raised with it pretty much. We learn how to do it from babyhood. Don't do this, do that. Go over here, stop this, stop that. No is something we hear ever since, we're little, So we have to really fight that. We have to learn a new way. We have to learn how to think positively, which does not come naturally. So we really have to think about what the consequences are between self-talk and negative talk. We have to learn what negative talk is. We have to learn what self-talk is, positive self-talk. And then we can differentiate.
If we're associating with thoughts and stimuli that are coming from the lower modes of nature, then it'll create a depressive kind of atmosphere and mentality. If we associate with the modes that are more in the mode of goodness, then it'll uplift and give us more of a positive aspect. So it's dependent on how we are associating. As you judge a person by the company they keep, for instance. Similarly, we judge our outlook on how we're associating with stimuli we're allowing to enter into our, through our senses, enter into our consciousness.
The thoughts that we have been taught are usually the illusions. They are usually the lies that have been taught to us. That's the negative self-talk. We have to objectify this. We have to really be able to look at it closely and know what's right, what's wrong, what's positive, what's negative. Many times what we have to do is go to another party. This is something that we have taught women for a long time, is to share, to go to another party, because what's going up on your head, it sounds really good when it's in your head, it sounds true, but once it comes out of your mouth, it loses its power and it looks like something quite different. So when you discuss it and when you share these thoughts, they lose their power and they become, they become more realistic then.
One day we're feeling more uplifted, and then the next day we're feeling a little more depressed. This is the nature of the mind. It's chanchala, it's flickering. And if we're able to remain steady in both our happiness and in our distress, we can remain steady in both, just like there's changing of the seasons. We have to tolerate the different changes of the weather. If we can learn to tolerate the changes, not act on the whim of the mind, then we can be steady and make progress.
First of all, we have to have positive self-talk. You have to have a belief, a core belief that things are good, that things really can be positive. And that's really difficult to have when you have depression, because everything is in a black hole then. And everything is swirling around and it does not look good. The world does not look good, So what you need to do when you're feeling like that, before you even get there, is start talking to yourself.
We can change the cycle of negative thinking by associating with a positive environment.
You have to have an inherent belief that the world is really okay. And all the chaos around it is just the abnormal stuff. The real stuff is good. We're born good. We're raised good. We have to have that inherent belief first before we can actually use that positive thinking for anything. Once we believe that and we have that as a core belief, we can use it for just anything. I wanted to ride a motorcycle. I'd never changed a gear in my life. I believed I could. I knew I could. And so I did, even though people told me that you will never be able to do that, And it was really difficult, but I never lost that belief that I could do it because I was positive about it, And now I've been writing for a long, long time, and I'm really good.
If one identifies with the self, with the soul is the source. If one has a healthy mind, then generally the body follows in suit. Well, similarly, if one has a healthy soul, then both the mind and the body follow in suit.
I'd like to add the power of positive thought has a lot to do with spirituality. You know, whether you believe in the universe, God, whatever you want to call that, right? That is the positive thing. That's what we lean on, and that's what positivity is all about, is that spiritual hole, you know, because we got a big hole in ourselves. Everybody does. Everybody feels that hole, and we're always looking for something to fill it, whether it be motorcycle riding or food or whatever, you know. But we learn to, you know, fill that hole with spirituality, whatever it is, and that's about as positive as you can get. And then you can work it from there, and you can use it for anything.